Gone are the days of the character car that you had to assemble yourself. Enter the era of the RTR.
Excellent!
Hey guys, welcome back to Poor Boys RC. Today I wanted to talk about the white hot market of small scale. We're talking 14, 16, 18 scale RTR bashers. We've got the spectrum of brands that are manufacturing these things right now. Everything from like these no-name companies coming out of China, all the way up the pecking line to like Associated, even Traxxas is coming out with one now. Team Losi, you name it, guys. Everybody who's anybody is making them, except Tamiya. We'll get to that later. But guys, just doing a quick search on who's making these right now, we've got brands like DRC, Highboxing, Hozim, Minimax, Hypergo, Abysma, and love them or hate them, even Temu sent a couple over to this channel for me to review. The brands that they're from I don't even know what the brands are some of the times. And every single car seems to be called the Beast for some reason. But they're good cars. And I had to give them great reviews because they really were an amazing bang for the buck RC, especially for a beginner. And if you look at Relarlo with their ROG1, I mean, they're a great RC hobby success story. They've got a lot of traction right now, and that ROG1 was a massive hit. So let's look at these little cars. What makes them so great? So we're going to talk in Canadian dollars today, and let's just say you can get most of these vehicles for around the $200 to $250 Canadian price point. And most oftentimes, guys, that's going to include all your batteries, everything you need to run this thing. Sometimes you might have to add some AA batteries for your transmitter. And every one of these little cars comes so well equipped. We're talking steering dual rates, ball bearings, ready to run with batteries, steel differentials, steel outdrive, steel CVDs, steel universal, steel dog bones, steel panther. You got radios that have 50, 75%, and 100% output power. Many have aluminum oil-filled shocks, clipless bodies, LED lights, light bars. Guys, you get so much bang for the buck at one of these little kits. You can't deny the value. And as a beginner, these things are so tough. You can really bash a living tar to one of these, and they'll take the abuse. It's awesome to see some of the more established RC brands coming out with their own lineups of minis as well. The Team Losi Micro B, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan. Arrma's got the Grom lineup. They're a little bit higher up in the price point. But again, guys, these are smaller scale versions of awesome Arrma vehicles. The Mojave Grom was so good. Clipless body, tough as nails, fun to drive. Man, everything I hear about the Team Associated Reflex 14 is just like over the top positive reviews. I've never driven one, but I hear nothing but good things. And let's talk about the Kyosho Mini Z lineup. They've got rock crawlers, street racers, buggies, vintage models, rally cars, even a scaled down version of the 1/8 Inferno MPI Nitro. That is super rad. And Traxxas, of course, causing a huge stir with the announcement of the Minimax. The X-Max is arguably one of the best RC bashers ever, if not the best. The Minimax is also set at a higher price point, but I think we can all expect it to bring the goods. Now this leaves one big brand out of the picture. Who could it be? Why have we not seen anything from the Tamiya stable? I'm a huge Tamiya fanboy, born and bred, always have been, always will be. I'm always going to be collecting my Tamiyas. But there's something to be said about taking a car to a skate park. I mean, if you're going to take a grasshopper to the skate park, look what happened to Gavin over at RC Kicks. I mean, it didn't last very long. Don't expect that plastic ABS bathtub chassis to be able to do what modern RCs can do. It was just created in a different time. They're just not designed as tough. It's just how it is. An expert semi-assembled grasshopper right now in Canada retails for about $265. Now, on top of that, you're going to have to add your batteries and a radio and receiver. So let's say a conservative radio, $100, battery, $50, $40, whatever you want to put in there. So you're going to be about $400. Then you got some taxes and stuff as well. Let's say $400 to $450 for an expert semi-assembled Tamiya grasshopper. That's a pretty big price point. Now, if that's a price point that you're working with, say $400 to $500, guys, you can go online and get two of these small little 14, 16, 18 scale RTR bashers for that price. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the ready-to-run small RC cars are going to be the future of the hobby? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Personally, guys, I'm in my mid-40s. Most of you guys watching are also in the same age range. Nothing was better than back in the day going to your local hobby store, seeing all the boxes up on the shelves, boxes down here, parts walls everywhere. And you get that box, and most likely it had to assemble the kit. The Tamiyas and the Kyoshos of the day, even the Traxxases of the day, Bolinks, you name it, Associated RC10s, you had to assemble all these kits. That was such a great part of the hobby. A lot of us have great memories of doing that with our parents. For myself personally, it was my best friend and I back in 1989, I think it was, building the Midnight Pumpkin, staying up to the wee hours of the morning. Those were some of the fondest memories and arguably one of the best parts about the hobby, because you get this intimate knowledge of your vehicle. And there's something something about the process of getting the box, opening the box, seeing all the parts, going step by step, assembling a differential, assembling your rear end, front end, shocks, all that, knowing how everything works. Are we starting to get away from that as a society? It just seems like we just want to go on Amazon these days, buy it now, have it show up in a day or two, drive it, break it, throw it on the shelf, replace it, get a new one. We live in a very disposable world. So tell me what you guys think. Personally, I think this market is white hot and it's going to stay white hot for a long time. A bunch of reasons. I mean, economically, the world's not in the best place right now. These cars are super tough. They look awesome. They come pre-hopped up. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, especially for a starter. But I'm really curious to know what you guys think. Do you guys think this market's going to continue to grow? Or is it just kind of a flash in the pan in the world of RC? Is everyone going to get sick of them because they all do kind of look somewhat the same? It's all that same style chassis. They just don't have as much personality as, say, the character cars or even some of the other non-character cars of the 80s and 90s. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And speaking of comments below, guys, I do have a pinned comment there. We are giving away a Losi Micro B right now. It's free. It's a free raffle. So click on that, get your name in that raffle, and you might win a free Losi Micro B. There's also 2 other raffles happening right now. They're not free. They're £1 for a ticket, but they do include free worldwide shipping, and they're for 2 awesome bashers that have been reviewed in this channel already. All of that in the description box and pinned comment down below. Guys, thanks so much for watching Poor Boys RC, and as always, be excellent to each other.